Hello everyone, my name is Heather and welcome to the channel Bookables and welcome to a Halloween book tag. Today I'm doing the Halloween movie book tag. I did this a couple years ago, but of course I love recycling and reusing book tags I've done before because I like doing once a month and seasonal, you get it, you get it. There was a time when I used to do like a tag a week and I was like, that's excessive. And I'm glad I only do one a month now because sometimes I'm still like, is that excessive? Before I get on to the questions and things like that, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers phone, video, and live chats with your therapist. BetterHelp makes it super easy, so in case you're on the fence of maybe starting therapy, you're like, I want to check it out, but I don't know if I want to invest that much time or money into it, BetterHelp is a great option for you to just try it out. All you have to do is go online to their site, and there you will answer a brief survey asking why you're coming to the site today, what you're looking to get out of therapy, how often, and things like that. From there, they will match you with a therapist. And what's great about BetterHelp is you don't have to stick with the same therapist in case you get matched with a therapist and maybe it's just not the right vibe, because sometimes that happens. Not every single therapist is going to be the exact right vibe for you. Trust me, I know this from experience with my son, with his therapist. I know there are some therapists that have just clicked with him and there are some that have not, and that's just how it goes. But BetterHelp, in case you're not clicking with your therapist, they offer you to switch therapists with no additional cost, which is amazing. I always say therapy is an amazing thing. It benefits you, and in turn, it benefits people around you. I am someone that struggles with anxiety. I think a lot of us can attest to that. Anxiety is not so much a stigma anymore, which is phenomenal, but there's a lot of things that follow under anxiety. There could be medical anxiety, which I struggle from greatly. There could be postpartum depression, which oh my gosh. I had that really, really hard with my first child. I didn't know what it was, and then by the time I was out of it, I was like, that was very, very scary and very dark, and I wish I would have gotten help. So I'm here to say, just do your research, get help. I always tell my girlfriends that. And luckily I did not have that with my second one, which I'm so grateful for because I think I was aware of it. But either way, whether you're struggling with anxiety, depression, other things, trauma that's going on in your life, because I also have a lot of trauma from when I was growing up that I'm still dealing with a lot today. Therapy is so beneficial. I always recommend it and always will. And I think everyone, no matter what juncture they are in their life, could benefit from therapy. It's just amazing. So BetterHelp is phenomenal. I always recommend them because I think they're really cost effective. I think it's great because you can schedule whatever preference you feel comfortable with in case you don't feel uncomfortable talking to someone face to face. You can do chats or text, things like that. And they make it super customizable and accessible to you. So I will leave the link down below for you to check out for BetterHelp. And in case you were wanting to save money, it's a great option as well. You can go to www.betterhelp.com/bookables to get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. So you can always save before you really buy and get into it. And I always recommend that because I am a frugal girl. At least I try to be. Sometimes I'm not. We all are guilty of that. So join the 3 million plus people today that have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Like I said, I will leave the links down below for you to check them out in case you are interested. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Now onto the tag. So like I said, I did this tag, I want to say a couple years ago now at this point. And here we are again. It's taking classic Halloween movies, pairing them with questions. You get it. It's pretty self-explanatory. So first up, we have Halloweentown, an old classic, an old Disney movie classic.
This is Halloweentown, just like the book. Or maybe we fell asleep on the bus.
If you're not old like me, you're like, what is Halloweentown? Why does everyone like it so much? If you were growing up at my time, Disney channels, like I think they have one like every month, I want to say, but Disney Channel movies were it. Like my favorites of all time. I do like Halloweentown. It's not, I wouldn't say up there for me. Smart House. Gosh, I loved it. Brink. Johnny Tsunami, remember that one? There's a whole bunch more that I'm not even thinking of, but Smart House was like my number one. I thought that was so amazing. But anyway, Halloweentown was a really big, Disney Channel original movie. A book with a magical setting. There's so many I have that have a magical setting. I could do A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. This is set in a magical school that's trying to kill its occupants, not like Hogwarts where it's like, oh, you want to enter in a hallway that's got cool things. The Mirror of Irised, I think that's what it's pronounced. I forget. No, this school literally wants to kill you. That's a magical setting, right? This one, I'm just starting this one. It's a It's about a girl that, it's a witch and her secrets her coven has been keeping from her. Very magical, so I'm going to go with that one. And I think those are the two I'm going to go with. Then, of course, we have the Sanderson Sisters, who are featured right here from Hocus Pocus, aka probably the best Halloween movie of all time.
Come! We fly!
You know what? I'm going to... I will find a different one. I will beat my past self. Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is kind of a revenge plot. This follows Victor and Eli, and it's honestly a perfect time to read this. They were college roommates. They figured out how to become superheroes. Now we're in present time. Victor just got out of prison because, no wait, maybe it's, yes. Victor just got out of prison, and he knows Eli put him there, so he's going out and he's for blood. So boom, different book. Take that, 2022 me. The Haunted Mansion. If you like this, try this. So it's kind of like, I've done several of those videos before. I'm going to try to keep the spooky theme up for that one. All right, I'm going to try to do a different one. I think I did kind of the same vein in that one. But if you like The House by the Cerulean Sea, which everyone and mother talks about, I highly recommend checking out The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. This is a brand new book that came out this year. It's another cozy fantasy. So they're both very much cozy fantasy. I do believe this is getting good hype. So I feel kind of wrong for recommending it. I don't know, but either way, they're kind of the same vibes. I'll just say that. Next up is the Addams Family, with a lot of family drama, probably a lot of books.
Did you sleep well?
Like the dead.
A lot of family drama. The one that comes to mind to me is Not a Happy Family by Sherry LaPena, I believe, that came out a couple years ago. That is basically where I think the mom is killed or the dad's killed and all the siblings are pretty much blaming each other like, no, she did it, no, he did it, that's kind of stuff. They really do not get along. Also, a lot of family drama. I'll just say this one, How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. This is about a haunted house, yes, but it's also really at the core of it, about a brother and sister that have a lot of trauma behind them, that don't get along, that are vastly different, and they have to go through their healing in a known way. I love this book. Not everyone does. I dare say the majority of people don't like it. I loved it because of that aspect, because I felt very familiar with that. Some other family drama. This is not family drama, but I'll just say drama in general. In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead is full of these college characters that are all so horrible. None of them really have redeeming qualities, but the way it's written is amazing. But there is drama within drama. They are all straight up horrible, so there's some different answers. Twitches. Is this a movie? I think this must be new. This is past my prime, obviously. And that is a book featuring sisters. For this one, I will go with Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison, one of her lesser known books, I feel like. This is about one twin sister that is going to visit her other twin sister because she's about to have a baby. The twin sister gets into a car wreck. She gets bitten. She gets bitten by a dog. Werewolf, and she starts becoming a werewolf, and she's like, oh my gosh. It's about their sisterly bond and things like that, and it's amazing in that regard. I love it. Another sister book. Practical Magic. Yay, one of my favorites.
Always throw spilled salt over your left shoulder. Keep rosemary by your garden gate. Plant lavender for luck. And fall in love whenever you can.
A book featuring a curse. There's a lot of these. For this one, I'm definitely the one I think of the most is, when I think of this, is The Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic by Brienne Randall. This is about a character, she's a witch, and each one of, when they get their powers, they always get a curse that comes with it. And you can't tell anybody your curse. It's kind of like your deal breaker thing. And our main character knows her curse is like, she's going to have 3 really big heartbreaks in her life. And when she has them, then she'll lose her magic. So she's, in the beginning of the book, she's already experienced 1 heartbreak, and her grandmother sadly passes away at the beginning of the book. And that's her 2nd heartbreak. So she's really nervous and apprehensive about her 3rd one, because if she loses her magic, she doesn't know who she is anymore. So that is like the big curse that's put upon her, while everyone else in her family also has a curse. So that is the one I'm going to stick with, and it is not the same answer. Next up, we have Casper, which I recently rewatched. I have not watched it for a very long time.
Hi?
TBR book that is haunting you. I've recently did a big clean out on my TBR book. I'll say that. One that I just have not read, and Butcher and Blackbird, it's haunting me because I want to read it, but I'm also very apprehensive because of how graphic it is. So we'll just say that one. What I choose for this one, I'll never know. Next up, we have one of my personal favorites, and it's highly, highly underrated. I will go to the grave telling people to watch this movie, and that, of course, is Clue.
We're trying to find out who killed him, and where, and with what. There's no need to shout. I'm not shouting! All right, I am. I'm shouting, I'm shouting, I'm shouting!
features a twist you didn't see coming. There could be a lot of thrillers for this one. That could be amazing for a twist that I did not see coming. I'm going to say My Darling Girl by Jennifer McMillan. A lot of people don't like this book. I loved it. It's about a mom that gets possessed by a demon, and I didn't see the ending coming. I thought I did, but I didn't. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, my favorite Riley Sager book. I thought I saw the ending, did not see it coming. So I'm going to go with those two, I think. Those are the two ones I think of mostly for those. And I don't think that's the same answer. Next up, we have another great classic Halloween movie, and that is Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
And that is a book featuring the undead. So that could be vampires. Duh, vampires. I'm going to go with Bride by Allie Hazelwood. This is a vampire werewolf romance that came out this year that took BookTube by storm with good reason. I loved it. It's very much like alpha fanfiction-y, but I ate this junk up. If you want a good vampire werewolf one, check this one out. Burton, who is like the king of Halloween, we all know this. And that is a book series or author you associate with Halloween. And for me, I think a lot of them, I will say Rachel Harrison really is a Halloween author for me. I feel like she has a new release come out like every September. Like this one came out last year. This one came out, did it come out in October or September? September, I want to say. So I very much associate with Halloween because it's kind of horror and her releases are always around that time. I also always think of Grady Hendrix because he has a lot of great horror books. This one's my favorite, My Best Friend's Exorcism. I always kind of think of him for thriller Halloween times. I also think of Riley Sager a lot, but he also writes some good summer thrillers, so maybe not him so much. I think those two are mainly my Halloween thriller authors I think of a lot. Coraline, recommend a middle grade story. I don't read any. I can't even think of the last time I read one. So I will stick with my answer for this one that I did in 2022. It was called Nevermore. It's like the Trials of Morgan Crow. This one was very popular. I decided to read it. It was cute, but I'm just not a middle girl. I'm just not a middle grade reader. I'm just not. But I do respect there's a lot of amazing ones out there. Of course, we have The Nightmare Before Christmas.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
And that is a book that blends genres just like The Nightmare Before Christmas does. I don't know for this one. A book that blends genres. That's me. I mean, honestly, maybe The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. It's kind of a classic story because she's doing like a reimagining of Willy Wonka, but it's also a cozy, warm story at that. Could that be blending genres? I don't know. I'm horrible at this. Anyway, that was the Halloween movie book tag. I did this tag 2 years ago. Hopefully it's not exact replica of that because I will not be happy. Maybe I'll change in looks. I would hope so. I've probably gotten 2 years older, obviously. But either way, if you want to do this tag, I'll leave the questions down below. It's always fun. What's your favorite Halloween movie or things to watch? Like I said, I like watching My Clue, Practical Magic, and Hocus Pocus, and Beetlejuice. I'll have Beetlejuice on that. And then I also like to watch, my husband and I like to watch all of the Halloween TV episodes from our various shows that we watch. Office Halloween episodes or Parks and Rec Halloween episode. They have some of the best. Greg Pikitis, oh my gosh. Bob's Burgers has some great Halloween episodes. New Girl has a couple of good Halloween episodes. I can't think of any other Halloween episode shows we watch because Seinfeld really doesn't have any. But so yeah, we do that too. And we watch like any sort of Conan seasonal things with Halloween because we love Conan. But yeah.